What's going on, guys? It's Taylor with Apex Hosting, and today we're going to go over the Roguelike Adventures and Dungeons mod pack. This mod pack has a ton to cover, so I'm pretty much just going to jump right in, but if you're looking for new items, bosses, structures, and enemies, then definitely stick around and see what's in store. Before we jump into how to play, let's first go over how to set it up. Head into your Apex server panel and stop the server, and then scroll down to the game files section and open the drop-down menu. Search for and select Roguelike Adventures and Dungeons 2, and then follow the prompts to change the version and then generate a new world. Next, just restart the server and load the mod pack. The next thing you'll want to do is download the mod pack onto your own system, and the first thing that you'll need to be able to do that is downloading the CurseForge launcher. Once that's done, enter the Browse Mod Packs tab at the top, and then in the search bar, search for Roguelike Adventures, and within the results, find Roguelike Adventures and Dungeons 2, and then press the install button to the right-hand side to start the install. Once that's done, you can head back to Minecraft and the My Mod Pack section, and then press play on the pack to get started. When you jump into the new world, you're going to see some differences like a new minimap, listed stats, and other GUI changes on the screen. You're also going to have quite a few new items in your inventory, starting with the Akashic Tome. Right-clicking this book while it's in your hand is going to allow you to transform it into any other guidebook. This is obviously going to help when you're learning more about the mod, and you don't have to worry about carrying 17 different books in your inventory. To return it back to the original, all you have to do is left-click instead of right. The next item, and objectively the more important one, is going to be the quest book. Right-clicking this item will open up a new screen filled with a ton of quests that make up the pack. The first page will be information about the mod, such as changes to the dimensions and difficulty scaling. I do recommend reading through each of these and then clicking on the checkbox to receive the reward. Once you do all the basics, you can keep using this book, specifically on the left-hand side, to progress and earn all of them. Now, as soon as you start moving around, collecting items, or killing mobs, you'll notice new messages in the bottom left. This is a leveling system that is going to grant you experience and levels based off the tasks you perform, like running and jumping affecting your agility. Now that the basics are out of the way, we can start to go over some of the structures that you might come across. First of all, in a lot of cases, you're going to come across lampposts with signs that will send you towards villages, so make sure to check those out. As for the villages that you might find, they'll have new house designs, new places to work, and even some new villagers like the Forester and the Guard. Besides that, of course, the other part of the mod is the dungeons. Throughout the world, you'll see many dungeons and structures that can be raided. Each location is unique, but it's always going to be full of mobs, so be prepared to fight. Aside from those real dungeons, you can also have a lot of other structures that have their own challenges, including fighting monsters for standalone loot chests. While they might be easier in terms of the number that you're fighting, they do also have bosses, which means it has a lot more health that you'll need to take out. Along with these, of course, you're also going to get some new biomes. One of these possibilities is Blossoming Fields, which is filled to the brim with colored flowers and cherry blossom trees. There's also Seasonal Forests, which feature an autumnal aesthetic with red, orange, and yellow trees, but it is pretty dark here, meaning you'll run into a lot more mobs. And finally, the Prairie, which is full of plenty of grass and access to water, making it a great place to build a base. While there's always a little bit of danger in the game, the real threat comes from the difficulty scaling in the world. This means that after 3 in-game days, you're going to start to see an increased amount of health and equipment on mobs, and it'll continue to grow the longer a player is online. These progression-based changes will increase experience points, but the enemies will be stronger, spawn in larger groups, and of course will adjust their behavior as a result. Before we jump into the common issues, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell to stay up to date on all of our future videos. If you're unable to join the server, first make sure you have the mod pack downloaded on both the server and the client, and that you're launching the game from inside of the CurseForge app. Keep in mind that we always use the most recent version of the pack on our servers, so make sure you're also matching that version in CurseForge. If the server is crashing or it just won't start, make sure you're generating a new world after you install the mod pack the first time. Other than that, that's all of the basics about Rogue Adventures and Dungeons 2, and it should be enough to get you comfortable with what you're jumping into in the new game. So have fun, try things out, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more great content like this, then subscribe or click these videos. Until next time, gamers.